something, I would be very surprised if he didn't have a new team by the start of WCS. That would be surprising. Bottom right hand side, our blue Zerg player. This is Reynor. Top left hand side, our teal Protoss player is GunGFuBanDa. Alrighty. So, yeah, busy times, busy times. Remember, guys, I'm going to be casting tomorrow as well. Tomorrow we're going to be casting a tournament that we're putting on because of you guys in Twitch chat. You basically funded a tournament the other day, so that's going to be coming up tomorrow. Going to be casting at 1 PM CET. We're also probably going to be casting... we're also going to probably cast the WardiTV event tomorrow. Rifkin said we can cast. Anyone's available to come cast, so I might cast it. We'll see how the day goes. I'm just going to kind of play it by ear, see what happens, see what we end up with and stuff like that. Alright, sorry, I know I'm just following over, look, guys, I'm just tweeting something quickly because I want to make sure we get some players to play. Wardy did not just die, Wardy was just making sure players actually can play my tournament tomorrow. So next core dropping down in the front, the Forge is down as well, so this has been a cannon rush as Wardy's just missed all of it. Good job, we've got a production tab! Sorry, guys. The side effects of casting an extra series is that Wardy has to do some things at some point before everyone goes to bed. Try and tell the Europeans that we're got a tournament tomorrow, maybe they'll come and play. Third hatchery dropping down to the left side as he drops the natural down on the right. Obviously this cannon making it a little bit awkward over here, but otherwise not too much pressure. He's going through his expanded, he's going into an adept of his own. Getting this set up, getting this going. And dropping Twilight Council down actually as his first choice of tech here. So Twilight Council will allow him to go in towards that, again, potentially a Dark Shrine DT drop. And the other choice is the Resonating Glaive. So a couple of different options at the moment. As we do have the single Adept coming down to the bottom right. Looks as though Reynor's going to break out of the cannon on the natural of just a few lings and the Queen. Just clean this up nice and early. Should get that pylon too, but as she is heading to the right side to deal with the Adept before it kills his drone. As we're going to be seeing the Adept's going to take quite a bit of damage. Is going to fall. Wait, so Reynor won 2018's left the game too? No. Reynor won the Christmas Invitational. He also won the Christmas Invitational last year. That's why I was saying when I was talking about back-to-backs. He won the 2017 and the 2018 Christmas Invitational now. Which is pretty cool. It's kind of sick, right? Having the same player win the same tournament 2 years in a row. It's awesome. I'm excited for number 4 next year already. I'm already excited for number 4. Here's me being like, don't do spoilers, and I just do the biggest spoiler of all. What reason I do it? Alright, Resonating Glaives is coming up here from GunGFuBanDa, as we do just see a robot facility dropping down as well. And a couple of drones on the way up. So it is Glaives as the choice, so see how Reynor deals with this. I mean, he dealt with the Glaives of Showtime somewhat haphazardly. That was a game they played on Blue Shift, and I really thought that was a game where Showtime with the big push was just going to end it, but just didn't get that push there in time, and again, Reynor turned it around with the Swarm Host play. Pretty nicely done as we see those few Zerglings from Reynor continue to move around. A couple of Adepts. Try and pick up some damage here. Another Adept or two. Going to keep on warping in, and a probe getting picked off with that Nexus coming down on the third base. So we see the Glaives again coming up. See, still a Roach-Ron coming down. About to finish. going to be seen again as Adept is just chilling out. 9 more roaches on the way up. Well, the Overlords. Maybe Reynor going to get kind of aggressive here. I mean, 9 more roaches already. Maybe look to try and take those Adepts down nice and fast, and then counter. That's a few more drones. I just thought he would have gone for like the 45 workers before he made any roaches. Because that's what the time would kind of work out. Although I guess these Adepts are attacking after Glaives is finished. They're not, they're not on the side of the map when Glaives is already done. So I guess maybe usually these Adepts could attack a little bit sooner. Adepts will shade on forwards here towards the main base, and they will actually commit up into there. So Reynor will going to have to pull his roaches in. Obviously, with the cannon rush early in the game, GunGFuBanDa has been able to force these bases to be kind of very well spread out. And by forcing these bases to be spread out, again, it makes the Adepts look better because of how good they are at mobility in comparison to, well, roaches, which are often used to deal with the Adepts. So roaches struggling a little bit here. I'm surprised it didn't shade out, but then again, I guess the negative is, if you shade out from the main to the natural doesn't actually have anything in it right now, so it isn't necessarily a worthwhile shade. The box facility drops down in the main base from GunGFu, as we do see Adepts on the right side from this prism. Looking to get some more damage done. It's 54 drones apiece at the moment, so actually the worker count is staying pretty even. Adepts is getting trying to push forward. See as the roaches come out over to the right. And the Adepts just have to lift up and back away from there. Again, robot facility being dropped down in the main base from GunGFuBanDa. You're going to see a few extra gateways being added on here as well. A couple of sentries, an Adept, and a Stalker. All of this gathering up on the third base. I mean, obviously, Reynor's not really got much of an inclination to attack anytime soon because, well, roach speed isn't done yet, so it's probably going to be at least until a roach speed before he gets out onto the map. He's probably still a little bit afraid of that warp prism, which was wandering around, and it is still here in the back of the main, so that is keeping Reynor kind of at home as well. So, a few different things to just stop Reynor from attacking, give GunGFuBanDa some time to set up. I'd say in general, it's been a pretty good opening from GunGFu. We'll have to recall the prism back home. Just stuck in this corner, there's no real way out without it going down, so easy to just recall 50 energy to get out safely, and it immediately goes back across the map to get into the action once again. Hydra's then dropping down on this left-hand side base. We're going to be seeing a few queens coming out the right. Roaches pressing forwards up the front, and again, just the prism. Going to be seeing what I can do. I mean, this base is relatively unprotected, right? I mean, we don't see any, we only see drones here. There's no roaches or anything. Shades those Adepts. I love it. Waits a bit with the shade, realizing he doesn't need the full length of it. Try and give Reynor as little time as possible to react to this. Now jumping in. That was actually a nice little trick there from GunGFu. Just waiting a few moments before sending those Adepts in. Minimize the response time. Yeah, good job of that there. Again, Reynor just... Yeah, not Reynor, but GunGFu just playing well, and Reynor doing a good job to kind of try and minimize damage, but GunGFu really making his life difficult. Now, roach speed has kicked in, so finally Reynor can get on the map, but again, by the time you get on the map with roaches now, do you even really want to do anything? Well, I mean, probably not, realistically. As you do see this Protoss army, it's pretty well set. Good few Immortals in here. There's no reason at all you would want to attack in this, so... Pulls on away, and as you see, those few darts going to go around to the right-hand side. Wardy, can you invite Naniwa to your next tournament? If Naniwa wants to play, he's welcome to. I wouldn't be against inviting Naniwa, but I don't know if he's actually interested in playing tournaments. I actually don't have a contact with him now. I'm just picking off that pylon on the top side, and some Lings and some Hydras here from Reynor gathering up in the center. This game's starting to stretch out a little bit. Base is being taken all over. GunGFu even going to leap all the way to the left-hand side for his fourth base. Just taking his fourth base to the far left as you see roaches pressing forwards, picking up just a Zealot that was sitting at the front, watching for an attack coming through. And usually you would take the fourth base right here, right? Because it is the easier position to hold generally. Taking this base, arguably you can jump between these bases a little bit more easily, but you're so out of position for attacks that come around the right side into the natural. And that's where, that's what Reynor would probably look to abuse if this base really becomes something in this game. Maybe there was a chance for him to cancel that there, but didn't quite happen. So you're seeing Hydras fighting back, and again, Prism just loading up. Just gonna hide into the prison. Again, just grabbing a Zealot, getting the kills. You see Immortals and all the rest of it coming down the left side. Army getting set up. You see Hydras, Lurkers, and Roaches in the center of the map as well. And getting a little bit of a push already up that left side too. Trying to see what's going on. Hydras coming in, picking up a couple of High Templar there. We're just going to be seeing the Warpism coming into the left hand, into the natural, dropping down those Zealots. Queen already going down the right side. Zealots running in as well, so we're warping into the main. Suddenly, GunGFuBanDa is in 3 different bases. Reynor is actually taking a lot of damage here. 12, 13 workers and counting. Reynor's taking a ton of damage at the moment. 24 drones down so far. Immortals on the left side. Lurkers are able to get some good shots off initially, but now the Lurkers starting to be picked off. GunGfu feeling the opportunity to keep pressing forwards there. Reynor will hold on, but again, lost 24 workers. Somehow still has 70, which is kind of incredible. Don't know how that works. That is kind of crazy. Immortals back up into the center. Fleet Beacon on the way down in the main base as well, so getting that going. +3 attack being chrono boosted on the forwards. You see the +1 attack upgrade on the sky weapons also coming through here. Lurkers, Hydras, and Roaches around the right hand side. Reynor onto the map is obviously where he wants to be to try and make things happen, to try and put some pressure onto GunGfu, who's just been wandering around freely. GunGfu comes in, he's going to kill this forward base. So Reynor down a 5th base now, so the bases get equalized. And GunGfu building up a Fleet Beacon and starting to head in towards a little bit of a later game scenario here for himself as well. So not just kind of doing a good job keeping Reynor pinned back, but doing a good job of progressing himself as well. What was that structure just called? An Evo chamber going down there. Fast forward. This counterattack, though, tell you what, it's actually kind of deadly, right? I mean, you get an Immortal already. Okay, so he's just on the left side, but not really much. I mean, he's actually killing a lot here. That Forge is a nice target as well. Stop that shield upgrade. GunGfu trying to push in on the bottom side at the same time. Still trying to make something happen as we see those Hydras. I mean, Reynor has to focus down here at the moment. So they were somewhat forgotten about some of them not attacking, but Zal's charging in again. Reynor's getting a lot done with this. He could get the Cyber Core. Not sure why he doesn't. Maybe because he saw the army recall. Wants to try and keep these Hydras as safe as possible and doesn't deem the Cyber Core that worthy or that worthwhile. Isn't too worried about the +1 flyer upgrades. I mean, it's not the biggest of deals. You see a High Templar picked off, full of energy there. Nice split and coming back in. Kind of retakes the same position. I guess just happy that the army wasn't there in the end. They're just going to get actually a really good amount of damage on here. While they don't kill anything, they pop all of these Immortal barriers. So if they come into a fight again in the next few moments, those Immortal barriers already popped, makes them very vulnerable. 4th base on the left side now coming in again. This was the issue, right? If you have an attack over from this side, it's very difficult to respond to that attack there without leaving this left side so open. And that's why this base is a bit easier, because it is just a shorter distance between all the 3 kind of entry points that you need to defend when you kind of hold on to 4 bases. Obviously, when you go to 5 bases, so that left base becomes a bit more viable anyways, because I mean, it's a 5th base, right? It's, you know, it's got to be a little bit more kind of open and under attack. So, interesting stuff at the moment. I would call that a mistake from GunGfu just taking that left base. Like, I just don't see why you would take the left base when the forward base does just make it easier. Especially against someone like Reynor who will run around the map. He will go around the place. He will just kind of do crazy things and pull you apart. I feel like taking the left-hand base lets him do that so much more. Look as Burrow's Hydras come through, picking up a Nexus, picking up a pylon kill. Now he's going to turn around, go for the rocks for a moment. We see the Immortals starting to press forwards again. Just going to be seeing these Immortals starting to pick away at a couple of these Lurkers. The mothership obviously creating a little bit of an issue in all of this here now. Ooh, DTs come down to the bottom left-hand side, and they are going to find themselves a kill on this hatchery. So that hatchery gets killed off. All of these Hydras and Lurkers coming back down as well. Immortals, High Templar, Tempest. Pushing along here at the moment. Is going down. Just waiting for the opportunity to jump on this army. Tries to here, but this ledge along the side stops him from really getting the surround that he wants, so he has to back away. It's good positioning by GunGfu to really stop Reynor from making the most of that there. So Reynor's lost this base now. He lost this base earlier, so he's just swapping between 4 bases, basically. And GunGfu's harassment is good. The DTs get out of Spore Crawler range, so they survive as well. He's actually playing a very good game number 1. You got to give him credit where it's due. Oh, he's absolutely killing it right now. A couple of shots off onto an Overseer. Storm on the left as well. I just push back. Kills off the cooling tower too, so dropping those rocks in kind of forces Reynor to come in from one side. Well, Reynor could kill the rocks as well, but doesn't want to, realizing the storms are there. Just doesn't really make it very easy to kind of push through this. Nice abduct on the mothership. That's a really big abduct. Gets rid of the cloaking. Just makes it that little bit more confident for Reynor to attack in at any point. Losing drones again, though. The 3 DTs show back up. This time they go down, but with 11 workers killed, don't think they're unhappy with the work they've done here. As GunGfu pressing in towards these lurkers. Be careful. It doesn't feel like he's got the numbers to do this. A couple of storms coming down. The second storm was a little bit preemptive. Not ridiculous storms. Not covering everything, although still putting out some decent damage so far. On the left-hand side now, Reynor going to take down these rocks to make sure he has this access point open for later as well. That's obviously a big benefit for him. There's +3 missiles coming up for him too. Really, yeah, being pushed into the late game though. Still a couple of good games here today go long, but yeah, this one really is heading into those later stages. Reynor hanging out in the center. We do see those Hydras still just hanging around. Reynor's also still not got an army to really fight with or to push with, right? I mean, you look at his army, it's still fairly low tech, like mid-tier Hydra Lurker. Like, it's not moving up into hive tech. Okay, we had a single Viper, right? But there's only really a couple of those. Is that enough? I mean, yes, this is only mid-game tech from GunGFuBanDa, but he has so many Immortals. That's generally what you aim for against Zerg. A mass of Immortals and Archons. Try and see what you can do. Well, shots there, getting that Overseer lowers again, pushing up this left side. Playing his Hydras and Lurkers will once again find themselves in some pretty decent positions. Like shots once more, going to be picking up a couple of bits and pieces of damage on Immortals. Vipers up in the skies, you see those being chased away a little bit. Storm's coming down as well. There's them all taken down. And these Lurkers still just trying to press forwards, and they actually do grab a couple of Immortals there. Probes going down at the same time as Hydras hit the right side, but they're going to get cleaned up. Well, I think Reynor should be able to get this Nexus. It's still going to be kind of close. He's kind of setting himself up here at the moment. Here we go, another storm hitting a couple of these Hydras. Hitting the Hydras again. Nexus will fall, but only really just at the end. What's up, Najax LMAO? Thank you so much for your 2-month Twitch Prime sub. Thank you indeed, buddy. These Zards come back down the right side. Kara Kagan coming in with a fresh Twitch Prime sub as well. Thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate it. Let me get your declaration written out, shall we? Thank you so much for supporting the stream, guys. Appreciate it. Really do. Got that Twitch Prime available, guys. Do give that subscribe button a link. If your Twitch Prime sub's available, it'll say subscribe for free. Supports us just as much as any other subscription, so it is greatly appreciated. On your GunGfu pulling back out into the center. GunGfu is going to be able to get this Overload low. Should pick up the kill in a moment or so as Hydras and Lings wanted to push forwards there. They came in and killed an Oracle. Ooh, Storm on top of those Hydralisks. Storm got a good amount of damage right there, didn't it? Real good amount of damage. So just chilling out on the left side. A couple of Zards going to run by in towards the base. Hydras and Lurkers across the map as you see those probes going to have to pull away. Zards coming forwards, High Templar. Storming those Hydras once again. The Nexus going down already. Still this army of GunGfu pushing forwards here. You can see a couple of Lurkers getting burrowed. Tempest gets abducted. GunGfu's army is lacking a little bit now. With all the counterattacks Reynor's been able to start doing, as soon as GunGfu let up pressure and let Reynor across the map, Reynor started doing a lot of damage, and so GunGfu's economy 46 probes to 58 drones though. It's not bad. It's just this army of Reynor really does seem to be chipping away quite nicely at the army of GunGfu. Now GunGFu's army a little bit stranded out over the left-hand side here. Oh, he's going to recall, which is not a bad decision. Unfortunately, one Immortal gets left behind. He will kill off a Zergling. Well, go you, buddy. You got to take what you can get sometimes in life. We're not going to push up this left side again, although the real important base is the ones on the right. I mean, this base doesn't exist at all at the moment, so all of them are kind of more centralized. But you could maybe use this position to just get up in between the natural and the other base, and that could force a fight in a bad position for GunGFu. Knows this army's here. They Lurker's burrow nice and quick with that adaptive talents. Storm's coming down. Lurker's really been the ones left to kind of deal the damage here. Reynor backs away to the left. Lurker's around the right-hand side as well. He's got extra Lurkers showing up as well. And Lurkers in these sort of numbers are just ridiculous to try and deal with without Tempest. And obviously the two Tempests that we've seen this game both got abducted and killed almost instantly. So they haven't exactly been able to do much here either. Lurker's burrow again. Hydra's getting stormed pretty quickly. The High Templar, though, are actually kind of out of energy, which means that the consistent Lurker attacks, because it's on GunGFu's side of the map, it's not giving him time to set up into more and more storms and to be able to deal with that. 10 probes going down. GunGFu, again, you got to give him credit. He really put up a hell of a fight here. He did a really, really good job of this. But in the end, I don't think it's enough. He's going to try and attack it now. Blinding Clouds will force the actual little bit of a waddle further forwards. And with these Hydras as well, it's going to be game being called. Reynor picks up game number 1. You really think the pig is going to survive on top of the tree? I don't want to get hurt. I think you underestimate how much I actually play with this pig while I'm casting. I'm like sat here squeezing it and doing all sorts of stuff for all the time. Bottom right hand side, our blue Zerg player up a game in the best of 5 then is Reynor. Top left, Teal Protoss is GunGFuBanDa. Tree is not a pig. I just have to put it on good. I mean, do you know what? The tree's kind of full. There's only so much I can do about this tree. Okay, you guys being disgusting about the pick now. I don't know why I expected any more from you guys. I should have known it was coming. Forge opening again, by the way, from GunGFu. Cannon Rush is obviously what put GunGFu into that position last game where the bases of our Zerg play were a little bit off where they usually are. Cannon's probably not killable. As he's kind of come into this a little bit more as well. More so than just the one cannon, one pylon we saw last time. Probe now does go down, so this is the last few things that are built. So it'll be this one cannon that'll finish. It looks like Reynor's kind of interested in making sure he gets rid of this. Cannon. Reynor wants to cancel this and try and save the drone. Can he do it? Oh! The regeneration! No way! It survived. As if. As if. That's crazy. Okay, drone survives then. Probe from GunGFu going to move out onto the map. Speed on the way up on the spawning pool as we do see again Zerglings from Reynor moving out into the center. Well, Reynor's obviously, this hatchery is actually out of range of this cannon, so he's actually kind of okay anyways. So his hatchery up, feeling good, and well, Reynor, that's why he's so eager to get rid of this cannon, so he didn't have to cancel the hatchery or anything. So yeah, Reynor was having a pretty good time here. Good defense, obviously not put into a bit of a weird spot as much as he was in the last game. See this Adept is on its way up right now. Shield battery dropping down, and again these Zerglings take a couple of shots from the Zard here. I think it's going to be backing away. Link speed, Nuitez, Carapace all on the way up. Again, that Stargate's coming down from GunGFuBanDa, so that's going to be coming up in a few moments. Proxied across the map. Interested to see what he can do with it. So the Queen's still poking their way through a cannon here. Third hatchery just comes down before the probe blocks, so that's a nice little something as well. Poor GunGfu. Does anything go right for him here in game number 2, guys? Taking bets right now. Does anything go right for GunGfu in the rest of this game? Because right now, nothing's going right. Does anyone know what Zealot skin the Protoss is using? That's the Forged Zealot, right? I think. I'm not actually very good with the Protoss names. There's no button at the bottom center of the screen. You have to mouse your mouse over the stream, otherwise it doesn't show up. JRGCA. If you're having trouble with the extension. Otherwise, I don't know what else to tell you. Oracle's trying to see what they can do. I mean, coming in, they're going to get a few drones because obviously the Spore isn't ready. The Queen's out of position as well a little bit. That one Oracle's super low. Now 3 Queens on the other. It's just really trying to get some of these low health workers. He's going to lose it though. No way! No way. Okay, well. 2 Oracles, both surviving on 7 HP. Both wanted from death, I guess. GunGfu's is very good at his Oracle control. Very nicely done. We do see the Ling's going to pick up this Stargate now, though, so that'll be dead for later. Nothing else to come out of there. Double robot facility being built. Twilight Council 2 as Reynor starts to go into +1 missiles. He gets some roaches. He goes into roach speed. Gets all of this underway. Wardy, I just got the new war chest. I might earn an XP just by watching the stream. Yep, as long as you have the extension enabled. And so on. Then you will be earning experience just by watching. It's you have to click on it. Someone else in the chat probably be able to answer this better than me, because I'm not 100% sure how it works, but I'm pretty sure you have to click on it when the XP is available to get to claim the experience. So, it's all to do with the extension. Stalker pushing his Overlord away to the left-hand side. Robotics facility up on the natural. Second Robo coming up as well. So an Immortal now on the way out from this. What happens if I watch and play? Well, you still have to, if you're watching, as long as you click on the claim XP, when it's there, you can claim it and you'll still get XP. So you'll get XP in both ways. Overlord backs away. Drop. What is a drop lord actually? We already see drop lords of Queens inside coming across. Reynor used a build like this against Marine Lord earlier. He's using it against GunGfu. Queens and roaches. Starting to press forwards though. On the Oracle's coming to crack here. Gets killed on its way in. I don't know how ready GunGfu really is for this. These units are in a little bit of a tough spot as well. And Immortal's going to go down. These Zealots are in some trouble also. And this is rough. Roaches and Ravage is going to be pulling back. Those Zealots still taking some hits here. Zealots will keep on dropping as we see this shield battery, couple of pylons, these probes. All in trouble. GG from GunGfu. Reynor just has way too much. You didn't even have to put yourself up on the tree. That's the thing. Not only do I, first of all, go and get the decoration for you ahead of time, I then take the effort to go and put you on the trees. You have to do nothing other than sit. It's brilliant. It is brilliant. On the left-hand side, our blue Zerg player. This is Reynor. Game 2 of this best, game 3 of this best of 5. It's a 2-0 lead. As we head out to the top right side, our red Protoss player, GunGFuBanDa. What's up, Joey? How's it going, buddy? How's everyone in the chat? We all still good? What do you think? Are we done after the day after this series, or do you think we should do one more? One more. I'm not decided yet. The war chest expansion's trolling me. It pops up as if XP is ready, but it's just a learn more button. You think one more, Jerry? See how long this series goes, though. It's coming up to midnight for me. It's not too late, but I am casting again in 12 hours. So we gotta learn to chill out at some point, I guess. One more game. One more game. The crowd goes wild. I bought the war chest for Wardy. Thank you so much, Saxon, man. Appreciate it, dude. How do I unlock the rest of the stuff? You level it up, watch the games, watch the streams, stuff like that. Wardy, please share next time you sponsor a tournament, all of the players get rewards. Dude, you're very welcome to come and sponsor the tournament yourself. Believe it or not, it's kind of expensive. 20-player tournament, if we give each of them $25 each. There's already $500. So, on the prize pool I usually have available to put out on these tournaments, if we did $25 each, that's all we could afford. Never mind giving more money to people who plays better. If you want to see a tournament which pays out everybody, you're more than welcome to send some money, and I'll run the tournament for you for free. What you should do, a free-for-all or arcade? I'm not in the mood for free-for-all or an arcade tonight, I'd see. I'm either casting or I'm wrapping it up for the day. But you nearly doubled the amount of subscribers to your channel. Yes. Go me. Now I can afford to eat and run StarCraft tournaments. You can't figure out the permission thing? Joey, exclamation mark extension. It's going to tell you exactly where it is. Boom. I got you, buddy. So I'm going to go down here as Reynor has feelings a little drawn up behind this. Simon X will continue to take some hits at the moment. Cybercore is going to go down, so GunGFu taking some damage here, but Reynor, he's happy to have denied warp gate, and that is a huge deny. It was so close to finishing. That's a really nice shutdown. But yeah, I mean, obviously the subscriber count's gone up for this month, yes, and you know what we did this month? We have ran 2 tournaments rather than what we usually do, one every couple of months-ish. We ran the WardiTV Christmas Invitational, and we ran the 2018 Has Left the Game, and we did a couple of online cups as well that we wouldn't usually do. So, yeah, I mean, the sub count goes up, we run more tournaments. We do bigger prize pool tournaments. That's what 2018 Has Left the Game is. So, we do more. If you guys sub and support more. But there's only so much I can do. I am planning, I mean, if the support continues, I'm planning to start doing a little bit more in terms of putting money into tournaments for 2019. In terms of like each tournament having a bit of a higher prize pool, which is great. But obviously the support has to continue. I can't just do that out of nowhere because, you know, I didn't make money off of StarCraft 2, really, until about a year ago. A year and a half, 2 years. Like, not decent money anyway. It's like, I made some pocket change, right? Like, sure, it was a bit of money. I don't complain. But I didn't really start making money that I could live off of until about a year ago, I would say. Maybe even this year. Yeah, I guess a year ago. About this time last year, when I started doing a lot of offline events and stuff, I finally started to make enough money to actually be able to pay bills properly and to be able to, you know, buy myself stuff and to kind of go out and eat with my friends. So, yeah, I'm kind of enjoying also making enough money to survive. It's kind of cool. That's the issue, guys. Like, when you support and stuff, I kind of have to pay my own bills as well as paying StarCraft players to play. I'm not trying to justify anything. I'm just just telling you guys the story. I have to put it all back into SE2? Oh. Go on, then. Why not? StarCraft is for fun, Marbles is for money. Well, Marble streams haven't been that crazy then. Well, drones going down here as we see those oracles. Going back a little bit. Warp gate now just about to finish. The 6.5 minute warp gate, man. That's brutal. That was such a cool deny from Reynor. But obviously Reynor did kind of give up a lot to kill that warp gate. Because the... obviously he had a lot of lings, but that cost him a lot of drones. So while it was a nice deny, it was definitely worthwhile. You gotta remember that it doesn't just... It's not just like he just kind of did his usual build and killed warp gate anyways, right? I did better when I did marbles after SC2. I know, but I'm so tired slowly. Do you know, it's really tough to be able to stream like multiple hours of StarCraft and then stream multiple hours of marbles. I know that's like a real like stream issue thing. I just, man, it's pretty draining. Like, it was fun, but it was not as easy as it seems, I guess. I don't know. Few drones going down here. That's getting cleaned up pretty quickly though. That's going through the top side. Spire comes in from Reynor, so he's already looking towards those mutalisks. Seeing a lot of effectiveness with mutalisks so far today. Obviously it gets picked off as again roaches and lings living out in the center at the moment. Bottom left hand side, you see there's adepts moving in and getting 3-4 kills again. So still seeing GunGfu keeping up the aggression here. Still getting again a good few drones, honestly. I mean, 6 workers is not bad. With lings and roaches coming up the top left side. That sword gets dropped down on the front. Helen up here as well. Lings and roaches still coming across and getting ready to attack in towards this base. So here we go. Reynor setting up with the aggression now. Ready to see what he can make happen. Has to be careful of that stasis ward though. Gets caught in it. Ling's going to try and run by. You know what? That wall-off is not complete. The Immortal. Ooh, gets there in time. The Immortal's on the way over to try and deal with these roaches. There's 9 mutalisks on the way. I tell you what, there is not any anti-air yet. There are Templar Archives, there is, but we see no Archons, no High Templar. There is a Phoenix from earlier in the game. GunGFu's probably feeling pretty good right now, cleaning up a bunch of these roaches. Some lings getting caught as well. Storm on the way up here from GunGFu, getting Chrono Goods with +2 attack. Coming in on that forge again, the lings getting pushed away and more still moving back and forth a little bit. A few mutalisks on the way up, and in the main base the first views are actually already arriving, so GunGFu gonna have to start finding a bit of a response as probes are going down though. On the left side, lings and roaches still trying to be annoying as, oh man, these meters, I mean there's just no answer to these meters, right? Like he makes another Phoenix now. Just needs some anti-air. Starting to get Storm up at least. 11 workers going down as Roach is hitting that third base again. Reynor is not giving up with this at all, as now the meters are just targeting down Stalkers in the natural. Reynor takes the game. Number 3, GunGFu just gets out of there. He wants nothing to do with it. He's done. Get me out, he says. As Reynor takes